EcoFlow confirmed to me that I was the first person on the planet to receive the EcoFlow Stream 5000. So let's get into my first unboxing video. And I'm probably going to need to mention this in every video, but before you go out and purchase equipment, have your house's electrics looked into, because it's not worth plugging anything in if your house's electrics haven't been touched in 60 years. Just do the sensible thing and have someone look at it. You should be doing that even without any of these products. Let's do a little unboxing. Well, that's good. Recommend to lift the unit out vertically. And then a solar panel connector and disconnector, that's useful. Mounting bracket to mount the unit to a wall. There's the screws and wall plugs. I think this is the AC cable. My dogs are finding this fascinating. Right, take out the... Yeah, this looks like the AC cable. Yes, it is. Got an installation guide, QR code. And there it is. So there's the mounting bracket there for the metal bracket that came with it. There's a grid port. It's the same connector as previously. The rotate and lock mechanism. It's extremely well packaged. You see on the sides there's strengtheners for the box to protect the unit. So it's very well packaged. I'm shocked at how small this thing is. It's really not very big. The Ultra X is so much larger than this. I'm seriously impressed that they've been able to pack 5 kilowatts into just this. So I think the entire box is 48 kilos. So it's actually slightly heavier than the last one. So lifting it's probably a 2-person job, but I'm 6'2" and weigh 120 kilos, so I think I'll be able to lift it. There's some nice handles here on the side that you can get your hands under and grip. So I'm going to give it a go. There it is. Although you are unfortunately seeing the backside, but the heatsink is massive. It's about maybe an inch per fin on the heatsink, so it's really quite thick. Standard grid connector. It's missing the parallel grid connector on the old units because that's no longer there anymore. It's on the underside because you stack them now. There's a single AC port on the side here. Right, wonder if I can turn it round. It's an impressive looking bit of kit, isn't it? So the EcoFlow Stream 5000, it's the new flagship stream model. It's got a 3000 watt inverter capable of 5000 watts of input of solar across 4 MPPTs. It's a significant upgrade over the original Stream series. EcoFlow have taken a bit of a direction change. Instead of going with horizontally stackable units that can be wired together, they've moved on to what seems to be the industry standard now, where units are stacked vertically with expansion batteries added underneath. Even full home-size batteries are going the same way. And the entire unit's an aluminium shell, so the whole unit itself is a lot more heat efficient. They've upgraded the LCD screen on the front. Instead of a LED strip that with the Stream Ultra X and the other Stream models, it's now a numbered readout on the front faceplate, and it also shows whether or not it's connected to Wi-Fi or to Bluetooth. I think EcoFlow have done a really good job with the design of this unit. It looks really professional. It's just, I think this is a lot more sleek and suave looking in comparison to the Series 1. On the Series 1, you could replace the faceplate on the front, and there's different designs available in Europe, but it never really took off in the UK. So one thing I've just noticed is the AC cable that comes with the device. They've changed it, so it's not the same as what it was with the Ultra X. So the Ultra X locking mechanism turns in a completely different direction than the new one, meaning if you have an EcoFlow stream system already and an AC cable, it's not going to work with this new system. Those interested in mounting the Stream 5000, there are mounting holes on the left and right on the side wings, low down, as well as a singular mounting point for the L-shaped bracket that comes with the device on the rear next to the heatsink. The bi-directional AC port is on the side, no longer on the rear of the unit, and it's gone from 2 to 1. There's now only 1 per device. So just by looking at the Stream 5000, how do we tell the difference between this and the AC 5000? Well, it's actually quite simple. There are a few little ways to tell. Firstly, on the front faceplate, you can see that it says Stream 5000, top left. That will be there also on the AC 5000, but the lettering AC is included as well, so you can tell the difference there. Also, there's a difference between the faceplate itself. The faceplate on the Stream 5000 is a mirror finish. You can see the ceiling in it. But with the AC 5000, it's more of a dull finish, and it's not a mirror shine. The other really obvious way to tell is on the rear, the MPPT trackers. You can see that on the back, there are 4 places to connect solar panels. That doesn't exist on the AC 5000. That's it. That's the only difference. So I've got my Stream Ultra X here alongside the Stream 5000, and the differences are obvious. The size of the unit is, yes, it's slightly taller, but if you compare it to the Ultra X, you can see that the Ultra X is squatter, wider, and a bit thinner in depth. The Stream 5000's got a uniform aluminium body finish, but the Ultra X has a plastic finish, and on the rear it's aluminium. So the Stream 5000 itself, the whole unit becomes a heatsink, and maybe that's where the thermal improvement is coming from, other than the size of the fins on the rear, which I've already noted previously. One really strange difference I noticed straight away is that between the two units, the direction of the MPPT trackers has changed, so the positives and negatives have flipped on the new device. If you were expecting to wire up exactly the same way with your old device, it's going to be a little bit different, but I don't think many people would mind this. Now, it's really early days with my testing. I've only had solar on there for 2 days now. I'm not quite ready for my video on deep diving into the workings of how the Stream 5000 works, but what I can say is that the exact same solar panels facing in the... I've not moved them. I've not changed anything about them. All I've done is unplug them from the Stream Ultra X into the Stream 5000, and they're performing better. I wouldn't get above 370 watts on my 450 watt panels on the best conditions possible. It will just never go higher than that. On the Stream 5000, I've seen it go 430 watts in okay conditions. So I was very shocked by that. Whatever EcoFlow have done here, something has happened with the way that those PowerPoint trackers are working, and they seem to do a much better job at getting that power into the battery. More on that in a future video. Now, if you're anything like me, you're really going to be interested in knowing whether or not these products are backwards compatible with the older systems. And EcoFlow are promising that they will be. Now, the way that works right now isn't ready, and EcoFlow are working really hard on it, but they've assured me that it should be ready for about September. So if you want to receive one early, the likelihood is it's not going to talk to the V1 streams in the same space. If you've got a microinverter and the Stream V1 series, you'll know that they don't operate in the same space in the app together. It's the same with this device. It'll go into its own space, and if you have a smart meter, it will need to take over the use of that smart meter. The smart meter can't be assigned to more than one space at once. It'll just override it and take it from the other. So until that update comes out, we don't know how that's going to work. We don't know the process. I know nothing, but I'm very keen to find out, and I will be demonstrating it on the channel as soon as I can. The backwards compatibility between the Stream Series 1 and the Stream Series 2, you need to know that it's not via a parallel cable. That's gone. That's not a thing anymore with these new devices. You can still do it on your old devices, and that's fine. But with the new ones, they only stack vertically with the expansion batteries. So if you do get two separate generation stream systems, you must use the system in distributed mode, i.e. one of them is potentially upstairs powering a washing machine, and the other one is outside with solar panels attached to it powering the house, both of which are connected to the same exact system. I think I'm going to go and do a video on the Stream V1 series and how it can be used in these two different modes, because it's not really very well explained that how the space setup works and how you can use the systems distributed around your house rather than in one location. So I will do my best to cover that. There's a lot of content to cover, loads of batteries to review, loads of things going on with me at the moment. So please bear with me. I'm trying to get things out as fast as I can. If you are interested in the Stream V1 series or the new Stream models, take a look in the description. We've got links to the pre-order page for the Stream V2 and some affiliate links that if you purchase the Stream V1 series, I get a bit of a kickback. It helps out the channel. I'd be very appreciative if you were to use those links. But for now, I think that's it. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments. I try to reply to as many of them as I can. Pretty much all of them, actually. I don't really have much of a life. Don't hesitate to ask what questions you want to ask. I'll try and answer them in the questions. So that's it for this video. I'm going to be obviously covering this unit in many more videos. I'm going to be covering an install video where I swap out my current Ultra X. I'm going to be covering compatibility between the two devices and how they can work together. I'm going to be also trying to cover efficiency and how well this device functions in comparison to my Ultra X. And actually, while we're speaking about it, I'm also planning on doing an Ultra X review video. So please do hit that bell icon and subscribe and follow along for future videos.